Welcome everyone to Enlightened World Network, where we offer free meditations every day of the week. And today we're so honored to have with us Paul Wyrostek, and he is a master healer and channeler of healing. So we're going to go right into the meditation and have Paul share with us. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Let's go.
Right. So everyone that wants to participate, that gives permission to receive healing, to receive light, to receive truth. What I do and what we are already doing is setting the intent by allowing yourself to open up, to love itself, to love consciousness, to help you center and to heal today. And what I do is, in a nutshell, is I have the ability to connect people to source energy, to God, to love, to masters, to angels. It's all the same thing, really. But the energy that I work with is source itself, it's love itself, it's consciousness itself that lives in each and every one of you. So the healing, the energy clearing that you experience is unique to each and every one of you at this time, so that you will be experiencing only what is of the highest of good for you to experience at this time, in accordance to your higher self. Huge energy shift there. So when you hear me say energy shifting, that means energy is lifting and releasing. Everyone is having their own individual experience. I have the ability to open the curtains, if you will. So take a few breaths. Take a few breaths. Take some time to settle in. We're going to pull away from the day, the distractions of the day, the busyness of the day. And I'll give you a glimpse of what it's like to truly unplug. From the stress, from the judgment, from the fear, from the anxiety, from the noise of the third dimension, noise of the world. And to find that seat, the seat of your soul that lives in each and every one of you. It's like tapping into a gold mine of light. And most people don't even know where that is. To truly know where centered is. I'll give you a glimpse today. That what happens is when light opens up and your higher self is awakened within you, your higher self knows exactly what to do. It was your higher self that brought you here. Higher self works with the universe. To be the GPS for you. The universe is always trying, encouraging you to grow. to release that of which does not serve you. To stimulate growth. Growth by letting go of the weight of what does not serve you. The weight of the ego. The weight of your wants, needs, and desires. The heaviness and the weight of energetic blocks, cords, attachments. Lots of energy shifting now. So take a few breaths, visualize yourself bright as the sun. And relax your body a bit more. Close your eyes if you like and just focus on my voice. As the space that you are in right now is full of light and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Give yourself so much space that with lovingly and gratefully, thankfully, pushing away all the energy of the day, or exhaling away all of the energy, all of the thoughts, the feelings, and the emotions that are connected to the ego. That I am thanking Universal Oneness, that as a channeler of this healing light, that I choose to be centered to the full extent of the highest of good. And as each individual watching this Universal Oneness, so that will watch this, that they choose to receive their own individual clearing, healing, and centering today. Now I am going to open up the golden white light above each and every one of you. So I'm thanking Universal Oneness that we choose to receive this healing light, this light of truth, this light of all that is, the light that each and every one of us comes from, the light of home, the light of love. Let this light shine through you from all angles till we focus on the heart and the heart chakra. That you shift your attention to the light of your heart, expanding out past your body, as big as you could comfortably imagine. So you're inside the light of your heart. We're turning the heart inside out. And it takes willpower, if you will. It takes focus. For some, it may take longer to find the seat of the soul, to find that centeredness, to find the place to plug in to your higher self. You all have the ability, the natural born ability to plug in, to open up. If you constrict the heart, you will get wrapped up in the blame, the shame, the guilt, and just the noise and the stress of everyday life. It will become your world. So it's important to regularly pull back. to always set time for yourself, to give you that space and that time to plug in, to love. That lives within your DNA. That's daily with ascension activating within your cells. And at this moment, we're thanking our higher selves for clearing away the layers that have surfaced today. Of the pain body, the mental layers, the layers of the ego, the emotional body, the physical body. Bring healing to the soul. Or any part of you that is not fully in your body. Whether you are a beginner at this or a veteran, there's always growth. The universe is always expanding, and so are you. You're never there. There's always more to discover. So if the ego is squirming right now, if the ego is trying to resist you, pull back. Imagine the ego going far out in front of you. You're bright as the sun. The ego does not run the show. This quiet stillness of all that is, that lives inside you, that is you, the real you, the higher self, runs the show. How do you access them both? Like a radio dial. You can tune in to a horror movie on TV, or you can tune into a love story. You can tune into a comedy. You can tune into different radio stations. It's through willpower and focus that you were born with that ability to focus. Consciousness can naturally focus. So you have a choice to focus on something. You also have a choice to pull back that focus and change the focal point to something else. And right now, universal oneness, we're choosing truth, love. But we're thanking universal oneness that each person that watches this experiences something that they may have never experienced before. A shift inside that they can't explain. A life-changing shift. An inner peace. An inner calm. An inner stillness. Truly being centered is where there's nothing but consciousness that you are aware of itself. And if you feel your mind drifting, it's okay. Focus on your breath. Listen to your breath. Conscious, steady breathing. You are not your emotions. You are not your thoughts. Those are part of the ego that we use to function on the third dimension of duality. And that inner struggle is the duality of the ego and the higher self within you. The two voices, if you will. Most people don't realize that they have a choice. That the voice that's always complaining, the voice that things are never good enough, that there always needs to be more, that's always unsettled and always finding something to worry about and complain about, that voice in your ear that just keeps nagging and telling you these repeated programs of worry, anxiety, fear, what if. And the higher self is the quiet, loving adult that says, quiet, stop, stop, stop. You're not your name. You're not your occupation. You're not who you're married to. Those are all planetary, Earth, 3D things. Without your body, your higher self is as bright as a star. As bright as the sun. If you have problems visualizing, that's okay. Take a look at the sun for a moment and close your eyes. Now shift that light to your heart. Doesn't matter what you've been through. Someone's egos are complaining away right now, totally resisting. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. This doesn't work. This is crazy. Say, stop to the voice. Stop to the wounded ego. Wrapping the ego in this light. We need the ego. We just don't need the old repeating broken record, limiting belief systems and programs that have been based and built off of fear, trauma, abandonment, and all that came from your childhood. Yes, it's great to release the layers of blocks, cords, attachments, and all that, but we have to change this. We have to change the records. We have to change the programming. We have to change the codes. And that's what all the light from Universal Oneness does. All the light codes, all the downloads, that's what it's doing. It's changing the programs. But things can be surfacing from your past at record speed right now. And that's why I wanted to share just a small moment to give anyone that sees this some peace, some calm, some love, the reminder that you have all of oneness. All of your higher self is within your skin. Open your heart and allow the light to shine through. And as we close this meditation, we complete the continuity by thanking universal oneness and thanking our higher selves that you choose to be in this energy of love, of healing, for as long as necessary, as long as of the highest of good for you to experience this. You can carry this energy as long as you like. Carry it through your day, bring it into sleep, and enjoy this because you are experiencing light straight from source. And we're thanking Universal Oneness for this life-changing experience that everybody will experience in their own unique way. For the highest of good, let it be done, and so it is done.
Thank you.
You are very, very welcome.
You brought me to such a place of quiet and peace, and
it doesn't take much. It really doesn't. It's extremely powerful. It's an extremely powerful knowing that you can access that whenever you want. And in time, you're not just accessing it just for these, oh, I felt great for 5 minutes, right? No, when you do this regularly, you carry it with you. And before you fall back into that chaos and the fear and the anxiety, you're already doing it again. So what happens is it becomes, it's a way, not a way of life, but I guess that's the way to explain it, right? You're shifting frequencies, you're shifting dimensions, right? And you could just think of an ascended master, ascended master that is just laughing and stable all the time. No big ups, no big downs, right? Balanced, centered way of living. And that the joy isn't just flying out or crashing down. The mood isn't spiking and dropping due to what's going on in the day. You're able to sail through that and maintain the bliss, the enlightenment that you are born to have, right? That's what we're discovering through this whole process of ascension, through the whole process of our healing path, if you will. So thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us and guiding us on a meditation that brings us peace during our day. As you said, the more we do it, maybe it collects and we have an easier time to access it and to be with it.
That's right. And if things surface, then that's something that your higher self is showing you that you do need to work through. So whether it's something that is an old trauma or an old fear, right? Or an old situation that's coming up, and you find it very difficult to be able to make that connection, that's where healing is needed. That's where energetic clearing is needed. Okay. So but everybody's perfectly on their path, just the way it is. So it's a blessing to be able to help. So thank you again.
Yeah, thank you for offering us this meditation. If our viewers are interested in contacting you or hearing more about your work, how do they get in touch?
Well, it's just my name on Facebook, Paul Wyrostek, and my YouTube channel is Ascending Spirituality. Okay, so those are my main two places that if you're on my Facebook page or you're on my YouTube channel, Ascending Spirituality, you're going to get all the information that you need. Everything that I'm doing as far as events, workshops, one-on-one healing sessions, by phone, everything's right there in those two places.
Thank you to our viewers for joining us today. If you'd like to reconnect with Paul, you can check out the information below this video. We have links to his YouTube channel, and you can subscribe and enjoy another meditation with Paul. Thank you. And
thank you, Sue.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Take care, everyone. Thank you.